in Melbourne. Yes, Raphael. Yeah, all good. So you guys can see my PowerPoint. That's great. Okay, so what's going to be the content of the workshop, Engineer Journey 2024? That one there is the workshop website. I haven't actually accessed to make sure that it is working. It must be working. It's supposed to be working. So that's the workshop website where I'm going to, you can find all the live sessions in there. Also, the replay of the live sessions are going to be there as well. And there's a tab at the top that you can translate the website to Portuguese. That makes a little bit easier for you guys to understand. So it's something that you can do. So the website is, I can see here, it is up and running. So it is all good. So we're going to have 3 live sessions in Microsoft Teams, and I'm broadcasting simultaneously to my YouTube channel and also in my Instagram profile. But it's important that if you guys can participate in the Microsoft Teams, because we will be trying some interactive activities. So let's have a look at the workshop calendar. The warm-up activity is not here today, but not that it's not part of the workshop. It is part of the workshop, but the official opening of the workshop is going to be on Sunday. So Sunday, 7 p.m. Brisbane time is going to be our live number 1, where I'm going to talk about the opportunity for life transformation. I'm going to explain the different ways, the different pathways that you have for validation, and also steps for validation for those that are following a particular pathway. And during the live number 1, I'm going to be giving away 15 minutes of free consulting. In Francisco, hopefully you will get, not getting the last day, but probably getting in the first days, hopefully. And then on day number 2, on Monday, we're going to have live number 2, 7 p.m. Brisbane time as well, 6 a.m. for those in Brazil. And on Monday, we're going to talk about the validation reports. So day 1, you will understand what is included in the process of the validation. And then there will be the need to write some reports. And then on Monday, I'm going to talk to you and explain to you what are those reports, how do you write those reports, and I'm going to give you also some tips about how to best write your reports, which are the CPD, the career episodes, and the summary statement. CPD stands for continuing professional development. And it's quite extensive because you're talking about the 3 types of reports. And I want to give you a lot of tips so you can get your validation process underway. And then allow minutes of free consulting. Sorry. And then live number 3 on Tuesday, we're going to review the process of the validation process and to start because they don't have an action plan. So on Tuesday, we're going to do this action plan together with you. Obviously, you will do your own, but I will go through like a little framework of an action plan, and we'll put the action plan together. And also, I'm going to be opening a new mentoring group. Some of you know, others don't. But apart from the more than 320 free videos that I've got in my YouTube channel and all the content in my Instagram, all free, I also have a paid program, and I'm going to open a new group. A lot of people, they asked me since May, because it was when I opened the last group, when I'm going to open a new group. So I'm going to be opening the new group on Tuesday. I'm going to explain everything, how much it's going to cost, discount, warranty, what you're going to get, etc. And on Tuesday, the first session, before I start with the content, those ones in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much for those ones that voted yes or no about the PTE, the English test PTE. So the vast majority of you voted yes, you would like me to bring a PTE expert. So I know a few of PTE experts. I don't have any strings attached to one or another. You know, I already brought Bernardo to talk about his PTE program and his tips and etc. And now I'm going to bring Michelle. Michelle, hello. She's also an expert, apart from being a migration agent. She's also an expert in PTE, and she's going to talk everything all about the PTE test, your English test, one of the English tests. You'll see that there are 3 types of English tests that you can do. So that's going to be on Tuesday, the 6th of August at 7 p.m. So she's going to start the session with her content, and then you guys can ask some questions, and then I'm going to continue with the workshop, putting together the action plan with you guys and explain everything about my mentoring program. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to be giving away to one winner 75% discount of my validation formula online mentoring program. So one lucky workshop participant will get 75% discount, which is more than $1,000. So how you're going to be able to win that, you will know tonight. Okay, so that's what's going to happen during the 3 days of the workshop. And hopefully we're finishing the workshop on Tuesday, and then those ones that are going to win the 15 minutes of free consulting, I will be contacting them, and then we will do a live session on Instagram where I will share the screen, and the person who got the free consulting will share the screen with me, and then we'll be asking me questions, and I'll be answering. Why do I do this live on Instagram? Because my objective is to share the knowledge with as much people as I can. If I do a one-on-one consulting, just one person will be benefited, just the person that won the consulting. If I do a live session on Instagram, everybody that's watching the live Instagram will also have the benefit of the answers. And also later on, because the live session gets recorded, I share in my Instagram profile, and people can access anytime. So that's why I do during the live session. Okay, so we will be testing Microsoft Teams because I want to make sure that everything is working during if there's going to be a problem. Hopefully there's a problem tonight so I can fix until Sunday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, hopefully everything will be working all right. So I will be testing the audio, and looks like you guys can hear me all right. And I'm going to be testing obviously the video, and if you guys can see me all right, that's good. Polls, so there will be some voting and some cloud writing, so I can gather some information from you, where you're from and what type of engineering did you do, what's your question, and those sort of things. So it's going to be interactive. Some people say that it doesn't work, and so far I haven't figured out why it didn't work. But maybe tonight we will. And sharing the screen, because I'm using flipping between PowerPoint, Microsoft Teams. I may go to a website, so every time that I share the screen, it can have some problem. All right, so I've been talking about the 15 minutes of free consulting and in my Instagram post. So what you need to do, you just need to go to my Instagram post. I'm just going to show you guys here. And for those with a mobile phone, you can go to the QR code, and you can go to the QR code and go to the post. I'm not going to believe that I got a text from Telstra saying that they're doing some maintenance around here. So, sorry, I had to disable the blur. So no blur. If there's no blur, then you can see. So you need to go to this post here in my Instagram profile. Yeah, that's about the 15 minutes of free consulting. A lot of people, a lot from you already did it. And what you need to do is very simple. Just need to like the post, follow my profile, mark another engineer in the comments. You know how to mark, you put at and then the name, the profile of the other engineer, and then write in the comments. I will statement in the comments. For those that already participated in my workshop, you know that it's very important to have a positive thinking. So you will have a lot of difficulties and a lot of challenges when you're doing your validation. So you need to make sure that your head is pointing in the right direction with positive thinking. A lot of times you will want to give up. You will want to quit, throw everything in the air and say, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. I know it will happen. And it happened already with many people that I know. And you need to have that positive thinking. And a positive thinking starts with writing what you want to do. So that's why it's very important, write or type, that you write in the comments, I will become an engineer in Australia. And you got to stay with me until the end of the live session tonight. So every live session that I'm going to be giving away the consulting or the discount, you have to be present. If you're not present, I'll wait a few minutes. But if you're not present, obviously you don't win. So you need to be present to win. Okay? So you still have probably about half an hour to make sure that you do your, if you haven't done yet, that you like the post, you follow my profile, you mark another engineer in the comments, and then you write in the comments, I will become an engineer in Australia, in the Instagram post that I did. Okay? And how are you going to win the discount or the chance to win the discount, 75% discount in my online mentoring program? So that's it will require a little bit more work, but you're going to get more than $1,000 in discount. So I think I have the right to ask you to do some tasks. So you deserve to win more than $1,000 in discount. And Timothy wrote in the comments, I will become an engineer in Australia. Good, positive thinking. But don't forget to write in the Instagram post. Why in the Instagram post? Because I'm going to the website that I access to do the draw. It reads the comments in Instagram and then it chooses somebody. So if you don't write your comments in the Instagram post, you're not going to be participating in the draw. Okay, so to be able to win the 75% discount in my online mentoring program, during live session number 1 and live session number 2, you got to take a screenshot. If you're watching on your mobile, take a screenshot in your mobile. If you're watching on your computer, print screen your screen or take a photo of your screen and then post in your stories, in your profile in Instagram, post in your stories and mark my profile at Gerson Ida in your stories, because then every time that you mark my profile, I get a notification. But you need to be following me, because if you don't follow me, I can't, even if you mark my profile, I usually don't see the stories. And then I will, after this session tonight, soon after the session, I'm going to do a post in my Instagram about the 75% discount, and those rules are going to be there. In that post, same thing, like the post, follow my profile, mark another engineer in the comments of that post, and write one learning from live number 1. Okay, so Sunday, during live number 1, you're going to take a screenshot, you're going to post in your stories, mark my profile in your stories. And then you go to the post, like the post, mark an engineer, and write one comment. I'm going to talk about, for example, the pathways for the validation. So you can say something that you learned in the live session. And then on Monday, during the live number 2, you take a screenshot, you post in your stories, mark my profile, go to the post of the 75% discount, and write the learning, one learning from live number 2. That's simple, and that's it. And then on Tuesday, during the live number 3, you just need to be there, because it's during the live number 3 that I'm going to go to the system and it will pick somebody to be the winner of the 75% discount. And if you're not present, you're not going to win. All right, so we're going to test the poll function, the voting or the multiple answer function. So we have, I'm going to test the cloud, where I will be asking you to write what is the worst enemy, in your opinion, in the validation process, because tonight I'm going to talk about, in my opinion, what is the worst enemy in the validation process. But I want to hear from you. What is your opinion about the worst enemy in the validation process? And then I'm going to ask you in a multiple alternative question, where are you and what engineering field did you graduate? So let's try to do that now. I'll stop sharing this one and I'll go back to the Teams. And for those ones on Instagram again and YouTube, you're not going to be able to participate because you need to go to the Microsoft Teams. If you are in Instagram, the link is in the comments, and if you are in YouTube, the link is in the description. Okay. All right. So the first poll is going to be, I think, the cloud. So let's do this. So hopefully it will launch. So I think, can you see the cloud in your screen? Right in the chat. Yes, Thiago, thank you. You can see. Yes, that's good. Thank you. Davi saying he can't. That's interesting. I'm not sure why you can't. Well, I can write some of the answers there. So Rafael Davi is saying that he sees now. Okay. um, so Tiago, if you can write in the cloud, Tiago, your statement. Yeah, we've got few coming. So those ones on Instagram, if you want to participate, saying what's your worst enemy in the validation process, you can write in the comments in Instagram or YouTube, and then I will copy and paste and I include in the cloud. So in this way, you can also participate if you can't really join Microsoft Teams. Okay, summary. I'm going to write here what Rafael said, because I don't think he could. Tiago is saying that the cloud is not working for him. Yeah, that's okay, Tiago. I will copy your statement and I will put in there. Okay. And what's the other one? Yeah. Okay, let's see. PT score, try to post twice. That's okay. I'll see if the people in the Instagram. All right. Okay, so it's the cloud works for some, but it's not working to others. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see that. See if I can I share the results? Um, let me see if I can share the results. So I will close the poll and uh, I don't know if I can. I don't think I can share this one. Maybe I should have shared before the before closing the poll. Maybe. So that's a learning. Yeah, it can be exported as an Excel file, but I wanted to show the cloud. But what people said was a summary statement, um, writing career episodes, PTE score, procrastinating, um, writing the career episodes, yeah, CDR, competency demonstration report. Okay. All right. So the other poll that I would like to ask you guys is, I think I did already, but I'll do as a poll. This is just uh, you just need to choose one option. So where are you now? So where are you now? Are you in Australia, Brazil, Colombia, New Zealand, Philippines, or other? So can you guys see that? All right. Couldn't use the poll. Yeah, I don't know why some of you can't. Yeah, David saying it's not working. Tiago is saying getting some issues. Let's see if I can get in the options here. There's nothing really. There's nothing really in the options. No, there's nothing really in the options here. That's a bit. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Yeah, ok. Yeah, algo deu errado, tente novamente. That's interesting. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, Philippines, Timothy from Philippines, Rafael, Australia. Yeah, so I'll see if I can put Timothy as one. And if I can put another one. I think Australia, there was another one, Australia. Where else? Renemar, Philippines, Christian Philippines. Okay, so one Philippines, another Philippines. Okay, so we've got yeah, Philippines, Australia. We certainly have Brazil. All right. Okay. Well, I had another one about your engineering field. Let's see if this is going to work. Maybe that works. Let's say. So the other one is asking your engineering field. And they are in alphabetical order. If your engineering field is not there, I think there's an option of other, but I don't think you can actually write which one is that. So I'm going to submit mine. I'm a civil engineer. Well, somebody answered electrical, so and mechanical. So it works for some, it doesn't work to others. All right. Yeah, David, it doesn't work for you. It doesn't like this. Um, Rafael saying production or plant engineer, control and automation specialization. So I'll see if I can put for you, Rafael, production or plant. Um, David is manager engineer. So let's say that I'm engineering manager. This one. All right. Rafael, maybe it's because some of us are using Teams online instead of installing it on the PC. Maybe, maybe, Rafael. Renemar, electrical engineer, and Renemar, electrical engineer. And Davi Silva Barreto, electrical engineer. And Francisco, civil engineer. Yeah, lots of electrical engineers. Did you know that electrical engineers, they quite difficult to find here in Australia? And there's a lot of demand for electrical engineers, at least in the infrastructure industry. Uh, it's quite difficult to find electrical engineers. So when you guys come to Australia, I'm pretty sure that you will be able to get a job really easily. Okay. So I think somebody is writing there, so I'll wait a little bit. Okay. Yes, Rene Myers, good to hear. Sounds encouraging. Yes, that's true. Especially if you have the design background and the delivery background. You're certainly going to be very competitive here. All right, thank you guys very much for helping me to test the function. I will share my screen with the PowerPoint again. Where's that? Here. And I'll see if I can figure out why it works for some people and why it doesn't work for others. Okay, I was going to do another cloud activity. Well, we've done that already. One of your worst enemy in your validation journey. And you guys said PTE, writing career episodes, procrastination, experiences, choose experiences about the CDR, the competency demonstration report. And in my view, your worst enemy in your validation journey is going to be procrastination. And why do I say that? I say that because I've seen already many engineers in the beginning of the process really motivated to do it, but then started to procrastinate. Then there's other objectives, other priorities, and they never get to do their validation process. So tonight I'm going to talk about some of the types of procrastination that I notice, and also some of the actions or strategies for you to overcome procrastination. So, are you a procrastinator? Let's see if I can do this while I show the PowerPoint. And the options are, if you are on Instagram or if you are here in the Teams, but you cannot really see that, I'm asking, are you a procrastinator? And the options are, yes, sometimes. Yes, I am a professional procrastinator. No, I always do things without procrastinating. So I'm going to answer myself, because that's another thing that I forgot to say to you. Participation and engagement, they are critical for your learning. Well, participation and engagement is critical for everything, but especially learning. And during the workshop, you will be learning a lot of things if you participate and engage. If you are just present, but then thinking about other things and navigating other tabs and checking your mobile phone, perhaps you will miss a very important information. So it's important that you engage and you participate. So, and I am participating, I'm engaging as well. So I'm going to submit my answer. And my answer is that I am a professional procrastinator. Yes, professional. I procrastinate a lot. And yeah, to the point that I think it's really, really bad. Yeah. But I don't think I am alone. Probably a lot of people, they are very good procrastinators. So let's see. Raphael saying yes, sometimes. So I'll submit his vote. And David is saying yes, sometimes. And David says, normally I procrastinated more to start a project. Yes, me too. I procrastinate a lot to start, and then I start, and then I procrastinate to finish. So that's why I consider myself as a professional procrastinator. And some people, they are procrastinating to answer because we've got 13 people here, and we just got few that responded. Others, they are procrastinating to respond. Are you? Are you procrastinating to respond? Yeah, David is saying once I start, I finish very fast. That's good, David. Good that you can do that because it's not everybody. That's good. So if you haven't responded yet, if you're still procrastinating to respond, that's a good start. Maybe you are a procrastinator, but you don't want to admit that you are a procrastinator. And the first thing to overcome procrastination is to recognize that you procrastinate a lot. So, and that's how I come to my terms that I really procrastinate a lot and I needed to do something. Okay. So, when I was procrastinating in my validation process, and I started my validation process in 2005. Myself and my wife, we came to Australia in 2005, end of May, June. We arrived in Australia in June 2005. And we didn't know much about Australia. We didn't know about permanent visas, those sort of things. And it was just when we got here that I was made aware that I could validate my civil engineering degree and I could also become a permanent resident and then a citizen, get an Australian passport. So I started to study the validation process and I noticed that I didn't advance, I didn't progress in my validation process. So I got stuck. Getting stuck is when you get frozen. You don't go forward, you don't go backwards, you just frozen. And why was I stuck? Maybe I wasn't sure about the process. Maybe. Maybe I didn't read the booklet with attention. Engineers Australia has a booklet and you need to read with attention. Maybe I wasn't sure how to choose the right experiences for my career episodes. Or I didn't know how to address the competencies. Or I was not confident in my level of English. So, a lot of things to consider. Maybe some of these things that happened to me, maybe is happening with you. And if you don't know much about when I talk about career episodes, booklet, competencies, etc., don't panic. Tonight is just a warm-up session. I'm going to talk about all of those things Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Also, maybe I was stuck because I was working and studying. Like many international students, I came as an international student with my wife. I was studying during the morning, afternoon, working in the evening. And maybe I was working too much. Maybe I was studying too much and I didn't have time to dedicate to my CDR. What's CDR? Competency Demonstration Report. What's Competency Demonstration Report? We'll see on Sunday. Or maybe I was busy doing sightseeing and doing short trips. At the end of the day, Australia was a new place for me. In the end, the real reason why I was stuck, it's because I am a very good procrastinator. Even today, as I said, I'm a professional procrastinator. So what's procrastination? There's lots and lots of definition about procrastination, but this one I found quite interesting. Procrastination is a mechanism for coping with the anxiety associated with starting or completing any task or decision. Or in simple words, putting things off. Every time that we need to complete a task, start a task, or make a decision, our brain, and there's actually a study, a research study, I think in California, where I think it's the UCLA, University of California, San Francisco. They did a research and they found out that the brain works to procrastinate. Because every time that you have to make a decision, every time that you have to do something extra, you need to burn energy. And our body is still hasn't developed in the thousands of years to spend energy. Our body still thinks that we need to hunt for food, we need to grab fruits, etc. The body doesn't really develop knowing that we've got a fridge, we've got supermarkets, and we've got restaurants. So the brain still thinks that we need to save energy. And every time that we need to do something or make a decision, it burns energy. So the brain doesn't like that. And that's why we procrastinate, because we don't want to burn unnecessary energy. So it's a genetic thing that we really procrastinate. So the procrastinator statement, why do it today if we can always do it tomorrow? Who never said that statement? I said it many times. Probably I say it every day. Why do it today if we can always do it tomorrow? Especially when my wife asks me to do something and I don't do it. I don't need to do now. I can do a little bit later. And then I'll do a little bit later becomes doing tomorrow or doing next week or doing next month. So that's a procrastinator statement. And I researched a little bit of types of procrastination. There are so many types of procrastinators, but I selected few ones. So there's the anxious procrastinator, the fun procrastinator, the plenty of time procrastinator, and the perfectionist procrastinator. I'm going to give a description of those ones and also some strategies for us to work on so we can overcome procrastination. So the anxious procrastinator. People who procrastinate a lot are usually bad at managing their time and often end up scheduling in more work than they can actually do, leaving no time for fun activities or resting. So the anxious procrastinator, those people that they don't know how to say no. They get this work, they get a lot of tasks to do. And because they don't really know how to manage their time and because they procrastinate a lot, they are always busy, and then they become anxious because they need to do a lot of things they didn't have time to do. The client is asking for the product, the client is asking for the design, whatever, and you cannot finish. Sometimes you haven't even started yet. So that's an anxious procrastinator. The fun procrastinator would rather be doing anything except that one dreaded task. After all, there's so many fun and exciting things you could be doing instead. How can you bear to start that boring project? Lots and lots of examples about this. And I'll be honest with you, I'll come really close to say that the validation process, it's not fun. The validation process it's not exciting. You don't wake up saying, yes, today I woke up very happy because I'm going to work in my validation process. I'm going to write 2,000 words for my report. Nobody wakes up like that. You probably wake up, oh, dragging your feet, saying, oh, damn it, I have to write 100 words today. And you don't, because a friend of you is going to ring you saying, hey, David, you know Tiago is moving to Adelaide, so we're going to have a barbecue, a farewell barbecue with him. Come on, let's have some beer and eat a barbecue. And you planned to write your career episodes, but then you're going to say, well, Tiago is a very good friend, and I need to say goodbye, and I can write the career episode tomorrow. So there's then the day to go to the beach, or there's that little short trip or camping trip, whatever. There's always something. And then the plenty of time procrastinator. This is where people find it difficult to start a project when they know the deadline is a long way off. This type of procrastination is clearly visible in students who often struggle to start an essay earlier than a few days before the deadline. I think everybody used to do that. At least myself, I used to do that, not just at school, but at university as well. How many times I found myself in the mid of the night, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, finishing the assignment that I had to hand over the next day. How many times? So, because, there's always time, and then there's never enough time. Similar to validation process. A lot of people, they say, Jerson, I need to validate my qualification because I need to renew my visa. And then I ask, when is your visa going to expire? It's going to expire in 10 months. All right, so you got plenty of time to do your validation, but it's better to start as soon as you can. And usually people, they start just kind of 2 or 3 months before the visa expires, because 10 months is still a lot of time. They do this, I'm working a lot, I've got a lot of shifts, I'm studying a lot, I've got that essay, the thesis in my master degree, whatever, and then when you realize, you just have 1-2 months until you have to do it. And the perfectionist procrastinator are always striving for the best, and as such are constantly criticizing their own work. For some perfectionists, the fear of failing or producing work to a low standard can be so overwhelming they never actually get around to starting anything. So in the validation process, you will find sometimes yourself saying to yourself, yeah, I'm going to start my validation process after I get a good score in my English test. Or I'm going to start my validation process when I have all the documents that I need to study. I'm going to start my validation process when I speak to every company that I work for, so I know that they can give me a reference letter, and then I'm going to start my validation process. You will find a lot of excuses, and will never be enough for you to start. There's always something else that you need to do before you actually start. Because you're the perfectionist procrastinator, you're just going to start when you have 100% ready. and then you're never going to get 100% ready, and then you're never going to start. So, but you're not going to blame yourself. You're going to blame, I couldn't get 90 in PTE. I got 85, and 85 is not good enough. And I gotta get 90. When I get 90 in PTE, I'm going to start my validation process. So think about it. So some strategies to overcome procrastination. And we're always coming to an end, guys, and we're going to give away the first free 15 minutes of free consulting. So some strategies to overcome procrastination. I'm going to go straight. Prioritize your time. If we say that we don't have time, it is a matter of priority. We can always wake up 1 hour earlier. We can always go to bed 1 hour later. We may not check Facebook or Instagram every time that the notification bell rings, or we could share less funny videos in the WhatsApp group, the family group or the university group or the work group, or even not watch too many TV series in Netflix. But if your CDR is not your priority, then you will spend a lot of time in those things. Try to measure how long you spend on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Netflix, and surfing the web. You easily can get, let's say, 1 hour a day. Because if you dedicate 1 hour a day in your validation process, I'd say that 1 hour a day in your validation process, which is, doesn't even need to be 1 hour a day, 5 hours a week in your validation process, in about 3 or 4 months, you will finish everything. So it's not that difficult. We're talking about less than 1 hour a day. You can have 1 hour a day during the weekdays, not do anything on weekends. You still get 5 hours a week. But you need to find that hour. And if I ask you today, can you find that hour in your day to dedicate solely 100% to your validation? A lot of people will say, no, I don't have that hour. You don't have that hour because it's not your priority. Your priority is to work. Your priority is to watch TV. Your priority is to do nothing. So think about it. And soon I will ask you guys to test our camera. So, sorry. So we can have a good screenshot, and I want to put in our WhatsApp group. All right. So the other strategy, is money a problem? A lot of people will say, oh, Jerson, I don't have money, so I'm not going to start my validation process. If money is your objection, again, it's a matter of priority. And I understand some people really struggle with money. They have a very difficult life. They don't have jobs for a long time. Or there's a problem with them or problem with the family or whatever. And I understand that there are some really hard situations where you cannot spare the money to pay your English test, spare money to pay your translation, spare your money to pay the Engineers Australia fees. I understand that. But sometimes you just prioritizing other things. You're prioritizing perhaps the night out with your friends on the weekend. And if you are here in Australia, you know, if you go out on a Friday or Saturday, whatever, go to a restaurant or have some beers, you can easily spend $100. Easy, very easy. And if you go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that's already $300. So I'm not saying not to go out. If that is your priority to have fun, that's fine. But if your priority is to save money to do your validation, perhaps it's a sacrifice that you need to do to not go at least for 1 month or one weekend a month to save money. If you save $300 per month, sacrificing one weekend or 3 days in the month, you probably in 5 or 6 months you can save your money for your validation process. So, but that's going to be needs to be your priority. Somebody rings you, hey, yeah, Tiago, let's or Alice, let's go and have some drinks and have a dinner. Oh yeah, sorry, but I'm working my validation process, and I promised to myself that I was going to do this tonight. Thanks for the invitation, but yeah, we can go next time. I know that's difficult. It's hard, but you need to put in your priority. Another thing is that you can list 50 things that you can do to save money or to make money. So, for example, I've got this. Oh, I did something wrong here. Yeah, I've got this mobile charger. So I can sell that mobile charger. I can put it in Facebook Marketplace and sell for like $10. Yeah, it's not much, but if I sell many things for $10, I'll get $100. I'll get $150. If I get $400, I can even pay for the English test. So traveling, I see a lot of people, they say they don't have money, but then, you know, you see their Instagram and Facebook. They went to Bali, they went to Thailand, they went to Europe, they went to New Zealand, they spent 10 days skiing, and they spent, yeah, you know, you go 10 days skiing, even if you go 3 days skiing, you easily spend probably $1,500, $1,500. So, which is almost what you needed for your qualification process. So, your validation process. So, it's really a matter of priority. So, validation needs dedication and sacrifice. You need to put together an action plan. So, put together an action plan for your CDR. List the tasks that you have to complete, establish deadlines, who's going to do it, how much is going to cost, how much do I have to do. Does it look like a project? Yes. Your CDR completion can be a very complex project, but luckily all of you guys are great engineers and very good at project management as well. And then on Tuesday, we're going to put together this action plan for you. So that's going to be our task on Tuesday. First time that I'm doing this during the workshop. So we'll work together to make it work. But I want to help you to put together this action plan so you know what you need to do so you can start your validation process. Establish short-term goals. If that dreaded task is looking too big to accomplish, for example, one of the reports, the career episode, you're probably going to write around 2,000 words, 2,500 words. But when you think about 2,000 words, you get tired already just to think about it. So maybe you set your goal to write the introduction. Introduction is about 100 words. And you say, today I'm going to write the introduction. And that's it. And then you write 100 words and you accomplish your goal. You feel very happy because you accomplished your goal of writing the introduction, which is 100 words. And because you're happy, it gives you motivation. Your dopamine levels will increase and you will be motivated to continue tomorrow, maybe to write another, maybe 200 words. And then the day after tomorrow, you write 300 words. And then you write, 3, 4, 500 words per day or per week. If you write 2,000 words in 1 month, then you wrote one career episode. In 3 months, you write 3 career episodes. The 4th month, you write your summary statement and get your documentation together. You can submit. You see? In 4 months, you can finish everything. So break down your big objectives in little chunks where you can achieve on a day, in a week, not too long, but short periods of time. Okay, so I was going to do another one. Maybe I'll do it. I was going to ask you guys, what type of procrastinator are you? We have the anxious procrastinator, the fun procrastinator, plenty of time procrastinator, and the perfectionist procrastinator. And we've got the option, I am not a procrastinator, or you can click more than one. You can say that you're anxious, fun, plenty of time, and perfectionist. Because I am a professional procrastinator, I'd say that I am fun. I have fun and plenty of time, and anxious. Nah, probably not. I'd say that I'm a fun and plenty of time. I'm not a perfectionist procrastinator. No. Well, I don't know what my wife would say, but let's see some of the answers here. Tiago saying fun procrastinator. Rafael says plenty of time procrastinator. Davi says anxious procrastinator. And then somebody else said that plenty of time, and somebody else says that anxious procrastinator. Good. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Tiago Piccini in Instagram saying that he's plenty of time and fun. And he is my student. He's saying, I'm the biggest procrastinator in this world. I bought your course on COVID time and I never have started it. Yeah, let's have a chat, Tiago, because I think you probably, I don't know if you can still access the portal. We can have a chat. I have a student. He sometimes participates in the live sessions, and I think he's worse than you, Tiago. His name is Andre, and he's already said that in live session, so that's why I can say that was him. He was part of my first group of the mentoring in June 2019. June 2019, he joined my mentoring program, and he procrastinated a lot. So he was before COVID, Tiago, and he finished. He's an environmental engineer, validated in Australia, and he finished last year in 2023. So yeah, he's really good procrastinator, but he finished. Renemar is plenty of time procrastinator. Oh, good. Okay. So now's the time for the 15 minutes of free consulting. So that's exciting. So now is the time that I'm going to test because I want to do a screenshot. If you're not in pajamas or naked, can you turn on your camera, please? Doesn't matter if your hair is not, you know, but we'll see if we can. Yeah, hi, David, Timothy. Thank you. Um, let me. Well, I try to find the Instagram. Instagram. As you can see, there are a few people procrastinating to turn on the camera. Let's see if that's going to work. The Instagram draw. And again, while I set up here, it's important that you go to the Instagram post. Where is that? I'm going. If you haven't done yet, well, I'll set up the system here for the draw. I'll put the link to the of the post in the comments, so you can quickly go there. If you haven't responded yet, you can go to the Instagram post, like the post, mark an engineer, follow my profile, and write in the comments, I will become an engineer in Australia. And well, I'll set up because I need to log in and I need to upload the comments. So you have probably a couple of minutes. All right. Let's see if that's going to work. Yeah, they found me. So I'm going to upload the comments. Yeah, thanks, Raphael. Uh, well, it's loading. All right, I will upload these ones. And there are a few more comments there. So if you've done it, you've done it. If you haven't done it, too bad. So you see what I'm doing. So it's all transparent. I will share the screen that I'm going to do the draw. So you can see that live. Okay. So I'm going to select the post with the comments. It's going to be just one winner. I'm not going to the same person. No double comments. And I'll allow more than one comments because some people, they did mark and put the mark in a different comment. Okay, so let's see. I gotta connect. Just a second. This one. That one there. This one. Save. Okay, so why so difficult to do those sort of stuff? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think now, yeah, I'll share again. All right, so we uploaded 20 comments. Put to English. All right, so let's do the first draw. Who wants to win? One, Bruna Santos. We'll check where she wrote, I will become an engineer in Australia. She marked Leonardo. We'll see if she's liked the post. Yeah, Bruna Santos, yeah. And I'll check if she's following me. Yeah, she is following me. But she needs to be here. Is she here? Yeah, she is here. So congratulations, Bruna. So you're the first winner. So I'm going to save this one so I don't miss it. We'll contact you, Bruna, and we can schedule our free session. And for those one that didn't win, don't be upset. There's another chance on Sunday, and also there's another chance on Monday and Tuesday as well. And don't forget about your chance to get the 75% discount in my online mentoring program. After this live session, I'm going to do a post in my Instagram, and then I'm going to send an email to you guys and also post in the WhatsApp group. So you can go to the post and you start preparing yourself for live session number 1 on Sunday to take a screenshot post in your stories, mark my profile, and then in the post, write one learning about live session number 1. And also, if you want to uh, ask a question, you can go to the workshop hub. I probably going to share the workshop hub here so you know where you can go. That is the website that I put together. So it's an engineer building a website. So it's probably not the best thing in the world, but that's what I could do. So that's the warm-up session, live session number 1. You can actually click here and takes you to the YouTube, and then you can activate the notification. And then live session number 2, live session number 3, and you can actually get in the Microsoft Teams meeting here. And there's just a little calendar for the event. And here it's going to take you to the WhatsApp group. But if you guys are already in the WhatsApp group, you can ask questions in the group. I just ask you to just ask questions relevant to the workshop and relevant to the validation process. Don't do other, don't share other things and etc. because I will delete and probably exclude you from the group. So the website of the workshop is this one. So that's the website for the workshop. So everything is going to be there. And I think that's pretty much it. I think, do you guys have any particular question? I would like to certainly thank you guys for your participation, and thank you for helping me to identify some of the issues with the voting. Yeah, really appreciate your patience and appreciate that you are here. And I hope to see you all on Sunday, 7 p.m. Brisbane time, 6 a.m. Brasilia time. So I know that's really early, those in Brazil, but that's unfortunately the time that I have available. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope to see you all on Sunday. Thank you very much and have a very good night. Bye-bye.